Bismillah Rahman Rahim. My dear student, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to study lecture number 3 from Hazrat Umar. So today lecture is about the battle of Jasr or battle of bridge. So before starting this battle, you need to know the important point which been given to you by me in the earlier phase. Whenever you are going to write down about battle, you need to follow these 4 points. Number 1, first paragraph must be about start. It can be of 2 to 3 lines. Got it? You need to write down immediately over there. In the same way, the second graph must be about the reasons why this specific battle took place. What is the reason behind this? It can be of 3 to 4 lines. Then comes the events. So when you are going to write down the events, you need to write down the events in proper order. Events from the Muslim side, from the non-Muslim side, and reference. If there is reference, you need to write it down without any delay. So this is how you need to write the events like a story, one after another. From first event will be from Muslim side, second will be from non-Muslim side, then Muslim, then non-Muslim, like this. So this is how you need to write down everything in detail. Then comes the reference. Last but not least, you need to mention the result of that battle, that what was the outcome, what were the benefits for a specific team, for the specific side, Muslim or non-Muslim. Now let's start studying the battle of Jasr. Let's start. So we have studied actually the battle of Namarik was a great shock for the Persian, because they thought that Muslims are in their own territory, they can defeat them and they can throw them out from their land. But when Muslim got victory in the battle of Namarik, the morale of Persian, it was totally broke down, and actually they could not make some kind of prediction about the battle, but this happened over there. So that is why the king of Persia, he got furious, and he, under the great commander of them, Bahaman, he sent a huge army, the new army. So they started to march over the Muslims. So there was a river under them. The river was laying down, Euphrates river, between the both armies. So on the Muslim commander was Abu Ubaid. He decided to cross the river, although he was not agree with the decision, but his soldier and his other people said we need to cross the river to attack on them, because they thought that we can defeat the Persians as we did in the battle of Namarik. So Abu Ubaidah actually, he ordered to build the bridge of boats, so Muslim crossed the army. When Muslim crossed the army, actually they started to found some kind of disadvantages. Okay, why? What kind of a disadvantage? Number 1, when Muslim landed on the other side of the river, the ground was uneven and army could not move freely, while the first side it was totally even, and on the other side they started to feel some kind of a trouble. And secondly, the thick wall of war elephants shield is also over there. So Persia is the land where the elephants can be found, but the Arab horses, they did not see any kind of elephants there. So that is why, in order to defend their army, the Persian king, he brought the elephants on the front side. So when horses actually saw this, they got frightened and they went out of control. This led to the confusion, and Muslim army cavalry could not penetrate, could not move because of this, because our horses started to run here and there. At this stage, when Abu Ubaid saw this, actually he said, Muslim need to dismount, and Muslim supposed to leave the horses and attack on the foot. So Abu Ubaidah himself was the first person who led the attack. Muslim soldier started to attack on the elephants. They started to cut the ropes, they started to kill the riders of the elephant. When this happened, elephants started to tremble and soldier to death. In this scuffle that followed, the white elephant who was the leader of the elephants, he attacked on the Hazrat Abu Ubaid, and Abu Ubaid actually been killed by that elephant. With his death, his his brother actually came forward and he took the banner and started to lead the Muslim army. But soon after this, he also died in that activity. Then the son of Hazrat Abu Ubaid came forward, but he also died in this way. So Muslim army actually, they started to feel some kind of a pressure because their commander was started to die one after another. So when this was happening over there, Muslim could not feel the pressure. They started to run towards the bridge in order to cross the river to go back to their side. But a man from Banu Saqib, he broke the bridge so that actually Muslim might not cross the river and they need to fight. So that was total chaos and destruction started over there. Musanna, who became the commander of Muslim army, he ordered to his troops that you need to rebuild the bridge. He thought that if we remain on this side, we will not be survivors. So he made a plan that first of all we need to protect ourselves, then we will attack on them again tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But first of all we need to leave the battlefield safely. So that is why he gave order to his soldiers to rebuild the bridge, and he started to hold the army of the enemy. Then when actually it was done with when Muslims were done with the bridge, they started to cross the river, and he was the last person who crossed it. So that the battle actually was very disaster for the Muslim has to face heavy losses. Out of 9,000 soldiers, only 3 soldiers were saved. 2,000 were martyred during the battlefield and 2,000 were drowned during the crossing of the bridge in chaos and in disorder. On 2,000 left the battlefield. So it was very bad disaster for the Muslim because the result was not in their favor and they have to face lot of losses. And the people of Persia, the army of Persia, they got their strength back because now they started to think that Muslim can be defeated and we will win the war and we are going to crush them once for all. On the other hand, the honor and the respect which was gained by the Muslim in earlier phase, it was totally lost. So that battle actually ended with the heavy loss on the Muslim. So my dear student, this battle was also known as the Battle of Bridge. So examiner can ask anything. You need to be careful. He might ask you about the battle of Jasr, or he also might ask about the Battle of Bridge. So tomorrow inshallah we are going to study the next battle. Until then, Allah Hafiz.